All right, welcome to another episode of The Vault, where me and Steve sit at the round table and we talk about the most important thing in life, comic books.
Woohoo!
All right, we're going to try something different this week. We got all these great vintage Marvel postcards, so we're just going to randomly select one and talk about the comic, and there you go. Let's see what happens.
All right.
Okay, I'll start. I'm going to go with,
Oh, mama.
Iron Man #1. I never owned a copy.
I have a copy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I have. I think I have at least one. I have two.
Yeah.
But it's not really #1 though in terms of it's not his first appearance.
But then Spider-Man wasn't his first appearance either.
True.
So, you know.
Now I have a question now because you did have the Submariner in Iron Man one shot.
I find that really common, and for some reason it's not worth anything.
But that was the precursor of Iron Man #1
Yeah.
and Submariner #1.
Yeah, it was the end to, Tales to Astonish and Tales to Suspense, the stories from there, right? I don't know why they put out a random #1 like that, one shot. Probably one of the first one shots that Marvel did. And that go, $100. Whereas this goes into the thousands now, or at least
Really?
1,000.
I'm into money, folks.
Where do you live again?
I don't know. A random street corner.
He lives somewhere, people. But I don't know. I don't even know if I read this.
Well, it's an okay comic. I mean, you get your reorigin and all the rest of it for #1. But
Sure.
I just like. I mean, no one hates Iron Man, and we all like Iron Man. And
It's Gene Colan art. Right?
Gene Colan, who's a very, very famous artist.
I think someone like Frederick or something, Gary Friedrich or something, did the story. I find the early Iron Mans a bit painful, to be honest with you.
Well, that's because he
Got
doesn't have
better.
a great set of nemesis.
No, I found they didn't really put a lot of effort into it, really. Like, the Bob Layton stuff I found really good, right? He was a fantastic artist on Iron Man. And, I don't know, I think one of the best stories of Iron Man. I only collected Iron Man when he was drunk, to be honest with you.
Poor man had a problem.
He did.
He had a problem, folks.
At least it was interesting. All right, you go ahead.
All right, let's have a look here. I'm gonna go with Iron Man #80.
All right, well, we're getting lots of Iron Man today.
A lot of iron in their diet of Downtown Comics. Vault off, folks.
Another comic I'm not sure if I owned it. I may have, because it was never really worded anything.
No.
He's got that weird nose thing going on.
Well,
in this one.
the interesting story about that was Stan Lee said the miscommunication. They thought Stan Lee said he needed a nose.
Yeah.
And they were like, "What the hell? What's he doing with a nose?" And they said,
Yeah,
"You
gave him a
told
nose.
you gave him a nose."
They gave him roller skates, too, one time.
They gave him roller skates because he was funky, man.
Yeah.
But he's apparently going into madness here. It says Mission into Madness.
Like
So-
Don Heck did the art, maybe?
Yeah, well, it says here. I wish my eyes were here. Kirby did the cover.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gave him a nose. Iron Man had a nose.
Iron Man had a nose, folks.
I know absolutely nothing about this comic, so we'll move on.
But it looked like a Kirby cover. So.
We'll move on to the next one. All right, let's see what
All
else
right,
we
come
got.
on. What we got here?
Here's a good one. No Iron Man. Ooh.
Whoa ho ho!
Daredevil #1.
Yes, Daredevil #1. If you've seen last week, you know I have one.
You got it came 3.5?
3.0.
Okay. Great comic. Great origin.
Yeah.
Tragic, of course.
Very tragic. I mean, he was a young boy whose father was a single parent.
Yeah.
And he had the Catholic guilt, being a Roman Catholic, Irish. And then his father dies tragically.
Yeah,
Trying
plus
to
he
do-
was blinded at like 8 years old.
Yeah, but he was blinded because he was trying to do a good deed.
I know, right?
Right? I mean, most people will go, "Oh, look out!" But this man, actually, this boy, a young hero. So it also showed he was a hero before he gained his so-called superpowers.
Yeah.
But there was no Spider-Man in that issue, I don't think.
No, it's just in tradition of
In the
Spider-Man.
tradition of Spidey and-
tradition of FF.
And then
A new hero, Daredevil.
Was that the fourth comic that came out? FF, Spider-Man,
No.
Avengers, and then Daredevil?
Hulk was #2.
Okay, Hulk #2.
Thor and Spidey came out the same month.
Okay. So
Awesome
3 and
month to
4.
buy comics, by the way. I know Avengers and X-Men came out the same month. Another great month to go back in time and buy like a whole bunch for 12 cents each. Daredevil. Well, he's after Iron Man. He was
Okay.
later on. Like,
Really?
I'd say they were good.
Couple of years in.
Yeah. No, they had already introduced Thor, Hulk. I don't know. I think this is after Avengers and X-Men. To be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah. Well, Spotty was on issue 16. Yeah, and I had a Spider-Man number 4. There was an ad in it for Avengers number 1 and X-Men number 1. So that was a whole year later, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Well, still, hey.
I'll take all you got for 12 cents.
All right.
You go ahead.
Okay. This is the last. This is what, my second one.
Yeah.
All right. This is the last one, then, folks. Try to make it a good one. This
Mm.
is Thor again.
No. Okay, this is Iron Man and Daredevil week.
I guess so.
Yeah. This I had. This is fantastic.
Oh, great gosh almighty. Frank Miller,
There's Daredevil's mom.
Daredevil's mom, but, Catholic nun.
Right there. Right? Yeah. That's when he finds out his mom was still alive after all these years. He's kind of pissed off about that, actually.
Well, he said, hey, I had a lot of birthdays. Where were you, Mom?
I know, right? I'd be kind of disappointed too, right?
Well, especially where, I mean, she knew he was alive, and she knew that the dad with Jack was, Batman Jack Murdock was dead.
Yeah.
So couldn't she have somehow tried to
All
take
right.
care of the poor little boy?
Jeez.
I think it was a bit,
Great series though. Frank Miller
bad
wrote it.
mannerhood there.
Mazzucchelli did the art. Right? Kingpin finds out Daredevil's secret identity.
Karen Page.
Karen
was a
Page
druggie.
was a junkie prostitute.
Was she a prostitute, or was she did adult
Yeah,
films?
you do anything for money if you're a junkie. Right?
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
well,
Well, like sell your best, your best friend and lover's secret identity to the world.
I know, right? Ended kind of weird with Nuke. That was kind of a strange ending, but interesting.
Well, you needed to have. There was a juxtaposition between Captain America and Nuke, and how the old school and the old world of Captain America and Pride in the United States of America had morphed into a caricature, really.
Yeah.
And of course, remember that he was a drug addict as well, was Nuke.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's when America was like...
Depressed.
No, they're finding their feet under the Reagan years, right? It's morning in America, right? People were proud of America again, because in the 70s, geez, I mean, New York almost went bankrupt, for God's sake.
Yeah, that's
right?
unfortunate. I mean, you want to see everybody do well, but...
Yeah. It's hard times back then, but lining up for gas, that's never going to happen. Not in our lifetime anymore.
Nah, never. We got
Those
tons
guys,
to get over there.
Can't even give it away.
Well, we can give it away, but
But great series. I remember I had the poster and everything.
you had the poster.
Yeah.
Oh, gee whiz.
I bought it. It was like $7 or something.
You still have the poster?
Nah, I think I sold it.
That's the life of owning a comic book store. You get all these.
It's all for sale. It's all for sale.
Selling your soul every day, buddy.
All for sale. All right, so
Well, that was fun. I enjoyed that. We should
Yeah,
one
yeah.
of these days we'll do that again.
oh yeah, we got a whole box of these
we
cards.
got a whole
so
box, and there's a lot of.
There will be more of these.
And there's one more thing we wanted to mention.
Yeah, so tomorrow's Guy Fawkes Day.
Yeah.
So
Remember, the 5th of November, the gunpowder treason and plot. I know of no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot.
see, I would not have known that, but he knows it.
I know. You know why I know it? Because I read that lovely book by Alan Moore, V for Vendetta.
I love that book.
That it was a wonderful book, and they made a film of it
Yeah,
with Padme.
Natalie Portman. Yeah,
Yeah, Padme. Yeah, and it was an okay film. I mean,
yeah, I've seen worse.
always seen a lot. Even, I mean, don't get me started with League of Extraordinary Gentlemen film.
I couldn't watch it. I liked Watchmen.
Watchmen was okay, but I think V for Vendetta is probably the best so far that we've seen
Yeah.
of a true graphic novel / film combination, or at least with Alan Moore's work anyway.
Yeah.
At least with Alan Moore's. Well, that's it then, I guess.
I doubt that Born Again would actually make. Actually, they did that in the Daredevil show, anyways. Kind of touched on it a bit.
They touched on it.
They did introduce his mother, and he was hiding in the church and stuff, right?
Yeah, but then it was Bullseye was in it, and
That Bullseye was cool.
Bullseye was cool. But I like to see I like to have seen him in the costume. To be honest,
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, we do. All right, well, see you next week at the vault.
all right, bye, guys.